College Football Revamped. If you missed my last episode, make sure you go check that out first. I gave you kind of an intro into me getting into this App State Dynasty. We did a little bit of recruiting, and we had a gameplay against number 1 Georgia, and that one came down to the wire. So make sure you go check out that video. We are now playing number 10 USC in this Big Ten showdown. I did like the custom conferences, so we're both in the Big Ten, and we are keeping this thing on the ground, running it in for the score. This USC game, I was going to show you key plays because later on I have a game against number 1 ranked Alabama, but right now we're focused on Caleb Williams. He's throwing it. Give me that! The user, 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 the user. Straight up lurking right there, and now I'm dropping back with Ryan Berger, finding my guy Robinson wide open. That play set us up on the goal line, and we're running that QB draw. Ryan Berger is gonna get the touchdown. So I was feeling good about this game. Coach QJB has these dudes playing like some straight up dogs. But now look, we are fast forwarding all the way to the 4th quarter. And I was trying to run out the clock and possibly kick a field goal to get the victory in our very first home game of the season. And we are running the ball, getting stopped short of the end zone. But that is exactly what we wanted. So we can take even more time off the clock. We are letting it run all the way down. And finally, we are going to go in there and get the score. This dude, Tucker, is transforming into an impact player right before our eyes. And now we have to get one stop in order to win this game against USC. But I could not wait to get back up here on College Football Revamped. Like I said in my previous episode, I am playing on the Xbox 360, but I was able to download everything I needed to get the updated rosters and all that. And look at this! They only have 1 second left. Obviously, they're going to be throwing this bad boy to the end zone, so here's Williams letting it rip, and this guy comes down with the "you have to be kidding me." Final play of the game, and Williams is showing you why he became the number 1 overall pick to the Chicago Bears. But we are going to overtime, and the Trojans are gonna lose the toss, so of course I want to go on defense first so we can see exactly what we need to do if USC comes out here and gets a score. And I'm running right by the running back. They are still going to lose a yard on that play. So 2nd down and 11, we need to get a stop. If we hold them to a field goal, I'll be sitting pretty. I'll feel good about myself. Williams to the end zone. They get a one-handed touchdown. Can you believe these dudes out here? So now we know that we have to get a touchdown, and then if we do, are we just going to tie the game up, or are we going to go for the win with a 2-point conversion? But right now, here is Tucker on the out route, and we are already down to around the 4-yard line, trying to see if we can punch this bad boy in. So I have this route going. Everybody on the right side coming back to the left, and nowhere running back. We get the touchdown. And wow, look at this. We are lining up to go for 2, but I don't really like where Tucker is in this formation at the moment. So I'm going to call a timeout and try to move him around a little bit. I want him to be more inside.
Pause.
He's the fastest receiver we have on the team with like a 92 speed. So I want him to go across this field and be wide open for this 2-point conversion. But Coach QJB has some guts to be doing this. At home, we are rolling and we are going to have Horn wide open for the 2-point conversion. The App State Mountaineers are going to win the game. There is no way that we just did that. Gonna walk out of here with a W. My running back put in work in that game, as you see. 2 touchdowns on the ground and 1 through the air. And we are beating another top 25 team. 42-43 is your final score when you look at that. We did our thing, almost 400 yards passing. Look at Caleb Williams, 5 total touchdowns. So we had a great game against USC, but it's time to move on to some more of this recruiting because Adrian Matthews is ready for a visit. Now he's a center and right now he is rated a 74 overall. So we have to schedule this visit because we are the top school that he is looking to come to. It looks like we pretty much have this thing locked up, man. We already offered a scholarship. So I am pretty confident that we might be able to sign our first recruit under Coach QJB, and it happens to be a center. So we want to set him up to come when we're playing against IU. We had some kind of bonus there for another player being involved in that visit. But I'm taking a look at my board and I'm realizing that I am starting to fall behind in a lot of these recruiting races. So I need to know, should I take some of these dudes off of my board and go back and try to reevaluate the prospects? Or should I risk it and still try to get some of these recruits that I have a small chance of getting? Now, the only reason I don't want to take some of these dudes off is because I know we have some really big games coming up. We have Alabama next. I believe we have Ohio State, Michigan, all kinds of schools to play against. And I feel like if we're on some type of winning streak or we're doing our thing, that some of these recruits might open their eyes to coming to App State, you know? So we shall see about that. But here are the rankings. We ended up moving up just a tiny bit more after beating USC. We went from 24 to 18. They ended up dropping from 10 to 17, so they're one spot ahead of us. And taking a look at the Heisman watch, Kyle McCord doing his thing at Ohio State. You see Jaden Daniels up there from LSU. And Milroe, who we're about to face right now. So I knew this schedule was going to be tough when we ended up coming up with it. But look at this. We are the number 2 passing offense in the country. After our first 2 games, we have been lighting it up through the air. And we need to try to keep that going here against Alabama. And look at this. We have a new impact player, Milan Tucker, the receiver that I've been telling you about with the 92 speed. So we're starting this game off on the run, and look at Noel around the corner. We are getting a nice gain right there, and I see my boy Tucker lined up on the left side. You know I'm going to try to hit him on this out route, and he is going to turn on the Jets and get in there for the touchdown. Alabama. believe they were also top 5 in the hardest places to play. So we are on the road taking on this task, and on third down, we are getting a stop. But you already know, the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to go for it right here. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Of course, they're going to get the first down. The stadium is starting to come alive. They are getting hype even though the rain is pouring down. And it looks like it's going to be coming down all game long. Milroe has all day. Somebody is finally opening the flats. And he gets all the way to the 1. I'm like, oh, man, you know they're going to punch this bad boy in. Alabama with that offensive line. Yo, the running back is going to go backward, but he still gets in. Williams gets the first touchdown for Alabama. And look, we're keeping that thing on the ground. I have the same exact strategy for all of these teams in the top 10. I am going to run the ball. I am going to try to control the clock. We did it against Georgia, a little bit against USC, and I'm throwing it to the end zone, and it's Tucker again. 2 touchdowns on the day already. And we are just now starting the second quarter. Look at Alabama with the running game. He is punching people, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down the field. I was like, oh, boy. They definitely had the runs going. Now, when it came to passing, though, we shall see what Milroe is going to be able to do. Wait, he's launching it deep right here. No! Jalen, if you throw our way, we are gonna make you pay. That's exactly what we do. We get the interception in the end zone. Can you believe that one? And now we are coming out here in attack mode. I am finding Tucker on the long route. That is one thing I love about playing Dynasty. You are able to see the emergence of a star right before your eyes. And we still have the running game popping. Getting another first down. We are already over 100 yards rushing. That man, Coach QJB, is doing his thing on the sideline. And we have a 4th and 9, but we are trying to go for it. My boy Berger is rolling out. He doesn't have anyone open. Gonna take off running, and he barely gets the first down. That is one reason I have him starting over Aguilar, is because he has the speed advantage. And now I'm throwing it to the end zone. Tucker has his 3rd of the day. We are seeing this dude turn into a superstar right in front of our eyes. And look at Wisconsin right now, 7-0 over UCLA. So I moved them to the Big Ten. USC, I believe Oregon and Washington. I tried to make it realistic on some of the teams that really ended up moving. And Alabama is getting down the field in the blink of an eye. Look at this, man. 2nd and goal. Will they be able to punch it in with Jalen Milroe? He's keeping it, and he is going to trot in for the score. Nobody even close to him on that one. Alabama cut it 21-14, but I'm still coming out here trying to throw. That was going to be incomplete. I was about to get sacked. We have 36 seconds left in the half. The crowd is loud. I'm dropping back and floating it over to Tucker. He is open, and he's using his speed around the corner. Nobody is going to catch him for the touchdown.
We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready?
halftime, 28-14, App State. So we are continuing that trend of pass yards and time of possession. Isn't that ironic? We get a lot of pass yards, but we are still able to keep the ball longer than our opponent because we do mix in a lot of runs, and we are getting these first downs when we are out here. But they are set with a 3rd and 6. We need to try to get a stop. They are running the ball nowhere close to the first down marker. You have to assume that Alabama is going to go for it right here. But they are going to attempt a field goal in tough conditions. But their kicker is on the money. And the score is now 28-17. The Mountaineers are still winning on the road, doing some unbelievable things right now. And I feel like it's about that time to start working the clock even more. I need to get these first downs. We get that and a lot more as we are in that end zone for another score. We are putting on a record-breaking performance right now on the road against the #1 team in the country, Alabama. And look at Milroe, he's gonna go down. Unbelievable stuff by this Appalachian State football team. And that is gonna take us to the 4th quarter with a 35-17 lead. Look, the fans are finding some way to have fun. They're still throwing people up in the air and all that in the crowd. But it is dead silent in this stadium. One of the toughest places to play in the whole nation. And they're trying to run a screen. It's not going anywhere. Now, the play calling is a little sus. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. When I was playing Georgia and USC, they were moving that thing down the field. That could have been a pick 6. Oh, man. I don't know how he dropped that. We're going to blame it on the rain this time. That would have been the easiest interception of his career right there. Look at that. Right in the hands. But we are on offense. And like I said, I'm keeping that thing on the ground. Look at us. Getting around that corner. Stiff arming and everything. We got the chew clock on. Only 4 minutes left in the game. We cannot rule Alabama out of this one because you never know. We've seen some crazier things happen, like Berger dropping back, throwing it to the end zone, and there's Tucker for his 4th receiving touchdown. And Berger is going to break a record. Passing touchdowns in the game, and look at Aguilar. He is faking it and putting us at 43. So last game we had 43. This game right now we have 43. 6 passing touchdowns by Ryan Berger, and 5 of them went to that boy Tucker, the new impact player on the team. The last couple games, he didn't have the little star up under his name, but now he does. And I was wondering to myself, am I still playing on Heisman? Because I could not believe that we were coming out here and giving it to Alabama like we were. And look at that. Yeah, it's still on Heisman. The difficulty is still there, but it feels a lot different than when we were playing Georgia and USC. You know, the games were a lot closer. I think one thing that's hurting this team right now is that they just keep on running the ball, yo. Like quarterback runs, draws, and all that stuff. And we're pretty much ready for it. Now, if they were coming out here slanging it like that, then we probably would have had more of a problem throughout this game. But the chips just fell our way. And you see Alabama scrambling, trying to do anything. They want to put some more points on the board, and they do right here. I'm like, wow, okay, we let them get a touchdown. They're going for the onside kick. Wait a minute!
Holy moly.
They really are going to recover it. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding. Look at this, with 2 seconds left. They're still trying to score because we all know that matters toward the end of the season, depending on how bad you win or lose. And look at them. He is getting spun around at the goal line. And that is going to be the ball game. Wow, we were not trying to let them get that, and we're gonna walk out of here with a W. Tucker with the 5-touchdown performance. We have just witnessed a superstar being born here against Alabama. So I'll definitely be back with some more. You know I am having a lot of fun on this college football revamp. You know I wouldn't have brought you another episode this quick. 43-24. We have now knocked off 2 number 1 teams already, dude. And we are sitting at 3-0. Look at these stats right here. Absolutely crazy. So drop a like and sub if you haven't. We're going to do a lot more recruiting next episode. I'm going to try to lock up some of these players and have them come to Appalachian State. The Mountaineers, yo, we are about to dominate. Take me out of here, Siri!
That's nasty. Peace.